Hello and welcome to Stanchion Snacks, the cooking show where I create a unique dish for every single Saints game this season, usually wearing a unique shirt. Now it is match day 29 and we are down to the stage where I'm having to wear a shirt with a hole in. This is the big one, Pompey away, a must-win game for the Saints, and hopefully we will absolutely batter the Skates this Sunday. And there's only one thing that I could do today to send us into the weekend in that way, is by battering some Skates myself. So first things first, we're going to create a batter and a beer batter. The other thing we could do with maybe this weekend is a little bit of luck. So I'm going to be using Lucky Saint, no paid partnership, don't worry about that. This is non-alcoholic beer. I'm going to put maybe half the can in. I'll drink a little bit myself. Why not? I'm not doing dry January, but if you are, why not, hey? Cheers, up the Saints. And then to that, we're going to add some flour, preferably self-raising flour, but if, like me, you've only got plain flour knocking about, you can just add a teaspoon of baking powder every 100 grams. Teaspoon of baking powder. The other thing I've just seen knocking about, which might be quite nice, is a little bit of turmeric. This will give it a good colour, so maybe half a teaspoon of that. And again, you can add anything you like in here. Ooh, hang on. Now I've got a few little bits of chopped seaweed, some nori flakes, which will give it a nice sort of seaweed kind of umami flavour. Now, if you don't eat fish, you can do this exact same thing with halloumi. If you want to use halloumi, just make sure you marinate it first. I spoke about it in my THB video. I'll link it to the end of this one. Anyway, back to the batter. That's our sort of consistency. Beautiful. And you want to keep that nice and cold, so you want to keep that in the fridge. Next up, tartar sauce. Start by roughly chopping some capers that you've given a little rinse first. And then a nice fine dice of gherkins, and the same of shallots. Use a banana shallot. It really does make a difference. And then a little bit of lemon zest. And then maybe just a little bit of parsley. Just a rough chop, it doesn't need to be super fine, and then add it all together. And then we're just going to add a bit of mayonnaise to that. So if you wanted to, of course, you could just use a bit of Hellmann's. Mayonnaise is pretty simple to make, so I will show you. Start with 1 egg, and we actually only need the yolk for this, a teaspoon of mustard, and the juice of the lemon that we zested before. Maybe not all of it. We will add that later. And then we're going to whisk this up. And then we're going to start by slowly dribbling in some oil, rapeseed oil this is, not olive oil. Now, if you've got a friend, this is a good use of your friend. And we're probably going to add about 100 ml. So just slowly, a little bit at a time. So we're nice and thick now like this. We can add a bit of lemon. And maybe half. And then we can go ahead and add our chopped things. That is a proper tartar sauce. Look at that, plenty of stuff, chopped. It's not just blitzed and, you know, plenty of texture. Super. So for the fish, if you can get skates, they're quite an unusual fish. Rather than pin boning them, you almost fillet them just by running your knife across a central reservation of bones like this. So there's one fillet coming off there, and if you turn it over, you just run the knife down here. Again, your fishmonger will do this for you. So this is going to be kind of like a fish finger sandwich, and the first thing I'm going to do is just sort of pop them into some flour, get them a nice little coating, not too much, and then from the flour they're going to go straight into the batter. And you do want to do this, you know, to order. You don't want to be leaving your fish sitting in batter. And over and straight in to our little deep fat fryer that I've created over here. And we can cook these relatively sort of high because they're small pieces of fish. They're going to cook nice and quickly. So about 180 degrees. And because we've cut them nice and small, as soon as they're golden brown like this, you know they're going to be cooked. We've got lovely crispy batter. We're going to have lovely tender fish in the inside. And if they stick together like this, when you're at home and it's just you and you're putting it in a sandwich, it doesn't matter, does it? So look, there we go. Beautiful skate, deep fried skate. A little bit of Maldon's as soon as it comes out the fryer. And whilst that's cooling, let's get everything else ready. Good quality brioche bun. This is a Saint-Pierre. And we're gonna butter both sides. So nice hot pan, bit of butter there. So nice toast on the bottom of the bun. Top straight in. Bit of our beautiful, fresh, homemade tartar sauce. Got a nice little butter lettuce here. Then our fish, all 4 pieces, boom. Straight in there like that. In that time, look, top of the bun is done. So on the top of the bun, I quite like a bit of sweet chili sauce on my fish finger sandwiches. But the other thing actually, I'm gonna add a little bit of, just a bit of avocado. You can actually just sort of slice it almost in the skin, straight onto that warm bun. A few slices of tomato on there like that. And the aforementioned sweet chili sauce, just a little bit on the fish here. Bang! And there we go. My battered skate. That is sensational. It is such a lovely fish. Nice texture, nice flavour, lovely crispy batter. The star of the show is that tartar sauce though. If you make tartar sauce, make it like this. Chop your ingredients, make a fresh mayo. Guys, get down to your local fishmonger. See if he's got some skate. Ask him to prep it for you. They'll chop it up like this for you. And let us all batter some skates this weekend, coming into the big one on Sunday. And then hopefully the boys will batter the skates as well. Up the Saints. Thanks for watching. This is Stanchion Snacks, and this is a bit of a mouthful. For making it to the end of this video, here's some highlights of previous Saints battering skates.